I'm Pete Sesto, and this is a semi-critic in a car not getting coffee and not giving a crap. Bluestone Coffee Company, Montclair, New Jersey. You know, if Mark Twain had a talk show, it would probably be humorous and paddle boats getting wine. That can only exist, however, in off-Broadway plays and fan fiction. Really intelligent fan fiction and that. Luckily, we have a certain somebody who turned the art of nothing into a sort of a truly something. You're about to see why, and go into the headspace of some real genius comedians. Right now on the Thrift Store Rundown's Fork On The Roadshow, tasting the tri-states on a budget. Crap a cup of joe, and then some more. We got a real good one ahead. Thrifting ain't easy, unless you're watching me. To point out about this restaurant. One, there's no TV or loudspeaker, so other than reading a book, there's very little recourse other than to enjoy each other's company and conversation. Best bring along a good conversation starter with you. And two, this place gets packed by the half hour. I want to be featured in this show has anything to do with it, but they don't mention this restaurant or any other cafe or diner or restaurant by name in the episode index at the very end of the book. This book barely made it by the skin of its grill. I'll tell you how as we get into the Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee book by creator, executive producer, and host of the multi-Emmy nominated Netflix talk show on wheels, Jerry Seinfeld. Yes, that Seinfeld. Can you not tell? This was picked up for $5.99 from Red Lion Bluestone Store back in Patterson. We begin going under the hood, an oral history going behind the scenes of the show with Seinfeld, a few key creatives and some guests, and a couple of Netflix and Sony Pictures television executives. Plus, some behind the scenes stills from the show. And from then on, we get to episodes upon episodes of dialogue. Really, tandem conversations lifted vertebrae from many great episodes with some real titans of comedy. Everyone from Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy, and Chris Rock, all the way to Stephen Colbert, the one and only Miranda Sings, YouTube's very own Colleen Ballinger, and of course, it wouldn't be Seinfeld without a reunion with some of his castmates from the show, which really skyrocketed him into fame, like Jason Alexander, oh yeah, and one of the GOATs, and the hottest, Julia Louis-Dreyfus. You have a good many comedy luminaries in here talking about what we're about to feature here, food, and why this barely made it by the skin of its grill. A couple of restaurants being mentioned by name, KFC and Royal Donuts. I'm not really much into KFC. I know, soccer, right? And we don't have a Royal Donuts anywhere in Patterson, or maybe anywhere in New Jersey for that matter. But this chapter alone made Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee a not-so-prime contender for this series. It just really barely made the cut. But anyway, in addition to talking about food, many other comedy veterans talk about love, relationships, family, money, sports, their childhoods, the art of comedy itself, offering up miscellaneous bits of wisdom towards the end of the book. This is the episode index included here, the comedian, the episode title, and the mobile venue of choice for each episode. They don't mention the restaurants, cafes, or diners they visit by name. If they had, this definitely would have gotten 5 claps. However, I'm inclined to give it 4.5 out of 5 for one good reason, and that is Jerry Seinfeld's acknowledgement of the viewers, along with, of course, his crew and guests, all coming together to give us all this very special Valentine to comedy. Alright, taxi talk show be damned. And when I say Julia Louis-Dreyfus is one of the hottest comedians around, I mean it. This retails for $35 in the US and $45 in Canada, under the humor section of Simon & Schuster. I'm glad this review is done before my food get here because, as you can see, this takes up a good amount of coffee table space, or maybe full marble table space. That is the Bluestone Omelette. Thanks a lot. Oh, that looks mighty good. Tomato, mozzarella, and fresh basil. Comes with a side of golden potatoes and even a baguette. Pretty scrumptious looking. And for the record, Bluestone Coffee Company was the site of the season 6 finale featuring Stephen Colbert. Yes, Colbert, not Colbert. That is if you swing one of 2 ways. The Late Soul or Colbert Report. Driving in 1964 Morgan Plus 4. So yeah, grabbing a +1 to this establishment might be worth it because look at this portion. Now that's a healthy breakfast. This gets, as I said before, 4.5 out of 5 claps. For comedy lovers, this really is serious business. I mean, you got approximately half to 3/4 between that range of the Mark Twain Prize for American Humor on wheels, hyped up on caffeine. It's quite good. So good, you don't need to be hyped up on caffeine to enjoy it. For me, I don't need no stinking coffee. For now. Also for now, I need this omelet in my life. Because it looks good. And I also need the camera to stop shaking. And really, when you think about it, it's just no joke. Like this. And that's the word from my mouth to your mouth. Stay tuned and stay hungry. Thanks for tuning in. Just so you know, there's no limit to bringing Hollywood home on a budget. Please go ahead and check out another awesome review like this one by clicking here, and make sure you subscribe by clicking here. Until next time, I'll catch you, as I always do, on the flip side.